ちょっと遅くなったね。もうさ、エンディング見ちゃおう。ああ、おとぎ話で4つ出てきてるね。クルイ、カーン、家政婦、山田、プリンマンのうち3人ぐらい来てくれると嬉しいんだけどさ。ねえ、長々とさ、こう見に来てくれた人をさ、なるべくいるうちにさ、見たいよね。でも全員が揃うのきついよな。カーンとか多分俺のツイッターフォローしてねえからさ。とりあえずこのおとぎ話見て時間潰すか。ちょっと裏でね、裏で某生主と話してたんだけどさ、次からなんかデカめのイベントやるときは、俺綺麗にミラーが多分できるようになると思う。
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour? Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
明日も偉い人が来ないしね。午後2、3時間働いてもあとは終わりな感じあるからさ。今日気楽でしょうがねえよな。もう一人ぐらい来てくんねえかな。エンディング見るのなんか今ちょっと気がとがめてんだよね。162。14時25分。
こんばんは。
お、カーン来た。おはよう。いや、エンディング見ちゃおうかと思ってさ。カーンは、ニコ生の方は見てないから言うけど、ちょっと、まあ最近、この時期ね、俺の仕事暇で結構さ、年末からね、まあだんだん忙しくなっていくんだけど、まあ暇だからさ、今ハーストーリーが頭の中でこう、大部分を占めてるもんだから、花とイブどういう感じなのかなみたいな。で暇でさ、ネットサーフィンする時間あるから、クリア条件を調べてみたの。そしたらね、このチャットこれで、どうだ終わったかって言われたら、はいって入れれば終わったことになるらしくて。 マジでそんな雑な感じでエンディングあると思ったんだけど、なんかある程度やっぱりその、事件の真相に迫ったらもう、いけるようになってるらしくて。
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
これだからイケメンは。
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
で、まあ、とりあえず、おとぎ話って入れたら、見てないのが4つ出てきたから、まあ、いいかな。とりあえずこれを見ながら、くるり、カーン、プリンマン、家政婦山田と5人のうち3人ぐらい来てほしいなと思ってんだけど、プリンマンは厳しいかもしれないな。あいつ仕事遅いからな。帰ってくんの。で、
おはよう。呼んだ？
エンディングを見ちゃおうかと思って。で、なんでエンディングを見ちゃおうかって思ってるかっていう理由がさ、結局のところさ、これなんだっけ、実績としてね、50% を見た、75% 見た、100% 全部見たっていう実績があるんだよね。実績としてあるってことは 50% 見なくてもクリアできるようなんだよね。で、このままやってると永遠にクリアできないんじゃないかっていう、なんて言うんだろう。結局7月3日にさ、イブがさ、こう言ってるわけじゃん。ネタバレというか告白をしてるわけじゃん。それを全部引き当てるまでずっと俺検索してそうなの。100% になるまでね。で、最初からね、わーって見たいんだけど、クリアするとね、この検索のね、ここのとこがね、コマンド入れるとね、15個まで増えるらしいんだよ。だから、一回クリアして15個見れるようにした方が、まあいいんじゃないかなっていう感じ。マジで永遠に終わらなそうなんだよね。で、このゲーム出たのがね、2015年なんだよね。だから、ビデオがさ、20年前ってことになる。
真相結構分かってきたん？
うん、結構。じゃあ、そっか、じゃあ、エンディング見る前に現時点での話をじゃあしてみるか。
結構新しいね。
言いたいのはね、2015年発売のゲームで、
チャットで検索システムの改善を要望しましょう。
それで、このビデオは1994年のものってことは、これ、もしかして、このイブの子供が警察に入っ って見てるっていう可能性もあるなっていうのに気づいたんだよね。もしかしたらね、94年の7月にまあ妊娠初期だとしてもさ、遅くてもだって95年のさ、十月10日だから、
それは衝撃。
もしかしたらね、わかんない。そうなのかなって思った。その自分たちの父と母について、もしかしたらなんかね、そのケースに入って検索してるっていう、もしかしたらあるのかなと思ったんだよ。まあ、その肉親に対してその自分たちの両親のさ、そのビデオを見せるっていう判断をするのかっていうのは、まあ、置いといて、ゲームだからさ、置いといて、まあそういうこともあるのかなってちらっと思ったんだよね。サイモンはだって死んじゃってるからもうしょうがないけど。
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real life fairy tale.
でも現代のパソコンにしてはしょぼすぎん。
まあそれは言わないであげてよ。
Well, she wasn't my
経費
real
が降りないん
mother,
だよ、経
but
費が。
she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real life fairy tale.
11時32分。ここか。
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
ね。で、現在判明してる話ちょっと待ってね。
おとぎ話って全部作り話だったってこと？
いや、ここで使ってるおとぎ話っていうのは、おそらくその、現代社会では割とありえない感じの、ちょっと、外野の人は、にわかには信じがたいような話で、私の出生は、こうですっていう話を多分するとこなんだよ、これ。まず、今分かってるのは、登場人物。で結局最初はサイモン・スミス。これ多分なんか書いた方がいいよね。口頭でも大丈夫？
大丈夫よ。
大丈夫？二人どう？カーンとクルリンどう？
大丈夫ですよ。大丈夫。
まず、その、この二人この人は結局、この髪を下ろしてる方がイブ。で、髪をね、上げてる方が、こっちが花なんだよね。花とイブは双子で、 で、実家はポーツマス？ポーツマスってどこにあるんだろう？イギリス？イギリスだ。ポーツマスの、グランなんとかストリート。そこまではいらないか。グラッドストーンストリートっていうところに住んでた両親から生まれるんだけども、その時に向かいの助産師さんが手伝ってくれたんだよね。フローレンスっていうね。そしたら、おそらく花の方が先に生まれたんだよ。で、その後から出てきたイブの方は首にへその緒が巻きついてて、フローレンスは死んでるって言ったんだよね。で、まあ、お母さんは、一人でも助かったというか、一人でも我が娘を、ちゃんと生まれてきて、よかったって。で、まあ、助産師さんだから、まあ、そういう死産の女の子も慣れてるだろうっていうことで任せたんだけど、実際は嘘だったって、生きてたっていう。で、で、なんでそういうことしたかって言ったら、フローレンスの旦那さんは戦争で戦死をしてて、まあ、当時のこの二人が生まれたのが1967年生まれなんだよね。まあ、当時の情勢としても、やっぱり一度ね、決めた人と添い遂げるみたいな、なかなか再婚も難しかったんじゃないかっていう、まあ、イギリスの方の事情だから、日本人にはちょっと分かりづらいところあると思うんだけど、俺も分かんねえし。で、一人で生きていこうとしたところに、まあそういうことがあって、自分の娘にしちゃったんだよね。で、花は花で、ちゃんと両親のとこで育って、イブはイブで、フローレンスのとこで育つことになったんだけど、本当なら死んでる子だから外に出してもらえないと。ずっと家の中で育ってたんだけど、まあ、イブとしてはまあ、あまりそれを不思議にも思わず、育っていくんだけど、8歳になったある日に、フローレンスが階段から落っこって死んじゃうんだよね。なんでもない感じで。で、まあ、初めてそれで外に出たら、まあ、今までずっと自分にそっくりだって思ってる女の子と窓越しに目があって、その子が家の中に入れてくれたって。で、どこに行ったかっつったら屋根裏。屋根裏が花の部屋みたいな感じだったから、で、両親も上がってこないから、そこに二人で、まあ実際食事とかどうしてたんだって感じだけど、まあそこはまあ置いといてさ。で、まあしばらく、そこで成長していくんだけど、今さっきの話で、ちょっと待ってね。今さっき出てきた話でさ、違うな。まずね、カールっていう、地元のバンドのメンバーっていう、まあバンドマンだな。と出会ったんだよね。15歳の時にね。カールは17歳。で、まあ、付き合ってたんだけど、イブよりも花の方が夢中だったんだよね。まあ、二人だから、しょうがないよね、それはね。なんか、付き合いが大変だったみたいな。で、カールに振られるんだけど、ここがちょっとふわっとしてんだけど、なんやかんやあってサイモンと出会ったって言ってんだよね。今の旦那ね。なんやかんやが大事なんだけど、なんやかんやあって、サイモンと出会った。で、まあ、サイモンはね、なんかこう、他の子と違って、職人っぽく堅実に物事を進める感じで、こう、もうとにかく王子様みたいだったって。本当に。本当に、これだからイケメンは。で、まあ、カールの時の経験があったから、ちょっと、 ゆっくり攻めようっつって。で、最初のデートは映画館で。
耳をすませばのイケメンみたいやな。
あれもストーカーみたいだよな。それで最初のデートはね、映画館で卒業白書っていうのを見たんだよね。それはなんか一着の服をトイレで二人で交換して、行ったり来たりしてたって。よくそれバレなかったなと思って。で、2回目のデートはイブ一人で行ったんだよね。そしたら、そのカールのことがあるから、もうすぐセックスしないで、ちょっと、外堀埋める感じで行こうぜ、みたいな感じで、イブはそれちゃんと守ってキスだけしてたんだけど、次の3回目のデート、花が、ルール破りやがって、やっちまって、それで一発で妊娠して、で、まあ、結婚っていう感じになって、ほんで、まあちょっとショットガンマリッジって確かあったけど、まあ、結婚式もう突貫工事みたいな結婚式をして、で、結局、お金とかはもう全部サイモンの両親が出して、引っ越したんだよ。サイモンの両親と同居。花とサイモンが結婚したんだよね。で、ついてくわけにいかないじゃん。イブとしては。だからイブは実家のポーツマスの、屋根裏に残ったって。で、で、暮らしてたんだけど、8ヶ月の段階で赤ちゃんが流産したんだよね。それで、さらにその次の夏の時に食中毒で、そのポーツマスのお父さんとお母さんが亡くなったんだよね。で、イブは屋根裏にいたんだけど、まあ、いないことになってから特に何もできず。で、で、まあなんかちょっと実家、赤ちゃんの部屋も用意してもらってたり、サイモンの実家の方ね、してたみたいだけど、まあ赤ちゃんもいなくなっちゃったし、流産しちゃったし、ってことで、なんとなく居づらくなって、で、花の両親の家も花が相続したから、じゃあ、まああっち住むみたいな感じで。で、また今度3人で住むようになったみたいなんだよね。それでね、二人の関係はまあ、おおむね良好だったっていう証言だけだけど、10年間も暮らしてね、他人が一緒になるから多少の波はあるだろうけども、おおむね良好だったって言ってるね。でね、ちょっと今、まとめたファイル見てるからちょっと待って。それでね、ちょっとまだふわっとしてるところがまだあってね、なんかね、花じゃなくてね、イブの方が妊娠してたみたいなんだよね。それでね、花が、ポーツマスの実家相続して移り住んできて、その後か。その後に、 イブの方が、なんでだったかな、なんかね、ウィッグをつけ始めたんだよね。なんでウィッグつけ始めたんだっけな。ウィッグっていうデータがねえな。ブロンドのね、ウィッグをつけて生活し始めんだよね。そうそう、ほんとね、人目を警戒してウィッグをかぶるようになったんだって。で、それがね、ブロンドのウィッグなんだよね。でね、それでサイモンはね、ブロンドの女が好きだったらしくて、多分なんかその辺でなんかあったんじゃないかな。そこまでまだね、映像が出てきてないんだよね。イブとサイモンが、寝るようになった
外国の双子系ってなんでこうも暗いの多いんだろう。
それで、まあ花とイブはまあ家の中で会うわけにはいかないから公園で会ったりとかしてたみたいなんだけど、でまあなんだかんだ、なんだかんだのとこが大事なんだけど、なんだかんだってイブの方がね、妊娠したみたいなんだよ、サイモンの子供をね。そう。で、サイモンの子供を妊娠したのよっていう話を、6月17日の夜、金曜日の夜にサイモンに言ったみたいなんだよね。そしたらなんか口論になって、おそらくね、花がサイモンにイブが妊娠したって言ったと思うんだよね。で、それでなんか口論になって、サイモンが出てっちゃうんだよね。ザーロックっていう行きつけのバーに行くと。で、帰ってきた時に、警察の証言に最初ね、サイモン帰ってこなくて行方不明だって言ってたんだけど、実際は帰ってきてたんだよね。で、またよっしゃいいのにさ、花の方が、ブロンドのウィッグをかぶって、イブであるように見せて、ちょっとからかおうと、なんでそこでからかうのかわかんないんだけど。だからサイモンはだってもう一卵性双生児なんだからさ、見分けつかないじゃん。で、サイモンはガラス屋の職人だからさ、自分でデザインしたもう綺麗な手鏡かな、なんかわかんないけど、プレゼント出してきて、俺と一緒になろうって言い出したらしいんだよね。でもさ、それさ、イブだったら喜ぶかも、どうなの、それもよくわかんないけど、変装してる花なんだから、それはブチ切るに決まってんじゃん。妻なんだもん。花と別れるから俺と結婚してくれって言ってさ、花に言うんだからさ。で、揉めて、そのプレゼントした鏡が割れたんだね。で、威嚇のつもりで割れた鏡を手に持って、こう、振って、なんか、手を振ったらたまたま、それもたまたまなのかわかんないけど、喉を切り裂いて、サイモンは6月17日の夜に死んじゃうんだよね。で、さあどうしようと。でもそのカールの時の、その経験から、私たちはその家族をやっぱり大事にしようって。だから今、カールじゃねえや。サイモンが死んだことよりも、イブのお腹の中にいる赤ちゃんのことをまず第一に考えよう。っていうことで、二人で掃除をし、アリバイ作りをし、具体的にはグラスゴーに、北の方に車を飛ばして、本人は疲れてたからって言ってたけど、おそらくわざとだろうね。タクシーに当てたんだよ。で、妊娠してるっつって病院に行って、記録を作って 帰ってきたと。で、実際のサイモンは、バラバラになってたのかなわかんないけど、ゴミ袋に詰めて地下に置いといたんで、昔、花のお父さんがキノコ栽培した地下室に押し込んで、で、時計も壊して、まあ、それが、まあ、古典的なあれだけどね、この壊れた時計の時間が犯行時刻なんだから、その時間は私はグラスゴーにいるから、みたいな。で、イブの戸籍もないからバレないと思ったんだろうね。で、警察は指紋とか取り出して、まあ、調べたときに、鼻以外の指紋がベタベタくっついてるっつって。
死亡推定時刻調べられたら一発やん。わら。
だからまあその辺はね、温めたり冷たくしたりしたら、ごまかせるっちゃごまかせるけど。っていうような工作をして、で、イブの方が、通報してきたんだよね。で、まあ話を進めていくうちに、まあ、指紋とか、嘘発見器とかで、結局なんだかんだバレちゃって、1994年の7月3日に、全部ゲロってるんだけど、本当のことを言うと、その7月3日の映像を全部見たいんだけど、それを一つ一つ探し当てていくのはかなり厳しいので、もうこの段階で満足したっていうことで、このチャットに入って打ち込むと、どうもエンディングが出るようだと。で、エンディングを見ると、この検索窓が、これ今5番目、6個のクリップが見つかりました。アクセスできるのは5番目までですっていうのが15まで見れるようになるらしいのね。じゃあ一回クリアして、まあ、なんだろう、サイモンとの出会いのとことか、あとは、イブとサイモンでなんで子供ができたのかとか、っていうのを、例えばね、エリックとか入れるとね、14件とか出てくるんだよね。サイモンは52件だし、エリック14件とか出てくるから、これエリックと何かを組み合わせて全部引き当てないといけないんだよね。それがなかなかちょっと厳しいなっていう。それがね、日付で検索ができないんだよ。イブかハナが話してる内容にヒットしないとダメなんだよ。
あらま。
だから2とか入れてもどうなんだろうな。2って。
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after.
脆弱な検索システム。
ほら、2台ともの2に引っかかってんだよね。7と3って入れたら7月3日出るかな。出ないからね。だから日付ではダメなんだよね。
7月3日で検索できればよかったのにね。
やってみる？プリマ仕事お疲れ。無理だね。03/07。ダメだね。
ありがとう。
だからまあ、無理かなと。
お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様。まあだから、これで入って入れるとエンディングがクリアになるみたいだから、まあ山田いないけど、山田あいつ確か雷が落ちて電車止まったって言ってたから、まあちょっと帰ってられるかもわかんないからさ。まあ見ちゃおうかなと。はいで。
1日見るの開くとさらに内容わかんなくなるね。
ああ、やっぱり やっぱり娘じゃん。君の母さんがなぜあんなことをしたのか。家族を守るためだよな。あれ、家族が入んないね。
ほんとだ。わらわら。
なぜあんなことをしたのか。これ正解じゃないと入んないんだよな。
ファミリーのため。
ああ、ファミリーね。ダメだね。
花を守るため？私のためとか？
ああ、私。なんて入れるんだこれ。はい。
自分のため。
あ、はいで OK だった。はいかいいだったみたいね。サラダ。あ
ー。わらわら。
やっぱり自分の娘が、サラが警察に入ってってことは、20歳だ。20歳のサラが検索してたんだな。映し出された真実だって。じゃあ、サイモンとイブの子供か。
谷間が美しい。
もみたい。
読めねえ、わら。
読めません。何一つ読めません。ナオミ・シェイクスピアっていう人がいるな。プリマーが来る前にね、今まで分かったこの物語のその一連の流れを今俺が話してるから、時間があればアーカイブ見てくれれば。
この中にミッシェルガンエレファントがいてもわかんないよね。
わかんないけど、わかんないけど今そのコメントじゃなくてもいいかなっていうのはちょっと思った。
そうする。
いや、それなりに頑張ったから、エクセルにまとめて頑張ったから。
あれ、左の入れ墨が右に変わってた。
マジでそれ見てないよ。入れ墨入れてんのはイブの方だな。で、また最近これのね、精神的続編みたいのが出て。
とりあえずサイモンがかわいそう。
You could also try admin random. ね。あれ。ランダムってどうだっけ？
これ続編あるんだ。
精神的続編だから、この話とは一切関係なくて、4人の人間の生活を録画した、アメリカ国家安全保障局のパソコンが盗まれたみたいな。で、そのパソコンの中に、その4人の生活が入ってるから、一つずつ見てって、その中にある一つの大きな嘘を見破るみたいな話。で、システムは同じでさ、検索してくんだけど、今度はなんか、文章中の単語からさらに検索かけたりとか、そういうことができるようになってるらしくて。ただまあ、やるにしてもちょっと先かな。ランダムってこうかな。違うな。どうだったっけ。ランダムのスペルがわかんねえよ。これやるとなんか実績がこう？ああ、これで実績が解除されるんだよね。これを入れるとなんかランダムで映像が出てくるらしいんだよ。
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
でね、あとね、アドミンアンロック。同時にアクセスできるクリップ数がいかに増加しました。これ最初からやってほしいよな、これな。あとなんかね、これを引き分けにするとまたもらえる実績があるらしいんだよね。そんなの知らないよね。結構見てるけどね。これを見ると、今ここが光ってるよね。これ違う動画なんだけど、これの前なんだよね。
This other person doesn't exist.
これ更新すると、ああ。なるほど。この動画とこの動画の間に1本存在してるってことだな、これ多分。このネタバレのあたりのこことかがすごい抜けてるもんね。序盤は結構埋まってるけど。そう、だからこれが全部埋まれば、真相がわかるんだよな。どうしようかな。オフラインでちまちま検索して、探すか。サイモンっていうだけでも。
7月3日の全部見るだけで真相はわかるだろうね。
ただそれをね、いかにして引くかだよね。サイモンって入れただけで見てないのがもう3つも出てきたもんね。どうする？これさ、これからちまちま入れて探していく作業が始まるんだけど、それ見る？ 後でちゃんとやるよ。その、1から10まで順番に再生する枠をやるけど、で、まあ話がだんだんね、それで分かっていくと思うんだけど、その動画を探してる作業を見る？
見る見る。
あ、マジで？変わってるね。他の人どうする？まあ、その
片っ端から新しいの見てキーワード探す。
あ、いや、そうなんだけど、その工程を放送に載せて、まあ、見たくなきゃ閉じればいいもんな。ハーストーリー、なんだろう。なんか後ろにつけてさ、その、事情聴取全話とかつけてさ、やるけど、そうだな。それ見たくない人はまあもう今日これで終わりだ。モンハンしてた方がいい。で、後で、全部見る枠やるから、っていうことでよろしくどうぞ。
聞く。
いいよ、やんな、モンハン。
見るよ。
いや、別に大丈夫、大丈夫。見ないならうちの、あれだ、出入り禁止とかそういうことはない。
No. I mean, everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me.
私のことも愛してたってな。まあ、でも、花に、花じゃなくてイブか。イブの方に結婚しようって言ってるはずだからね。142。あとフローレンスの動画もチェックしてないんだよ。ギターか。ギターと船長だな。142、20時56分。まああれだ、だから適当に各自漫画でも読みながらぼんやりつけててくれればそれでいいんじゃないかしら。
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away.
のんびり見てるから。
うん、のんびりでいいよ。この前に1個あんのか。20時57分。モンハンね。今んとこね、女子にやろうって誘われてないから買ってないです。小田作さんがやってっからさ、小田作さんとちょっとやりたいなって気分もあるんだけど、マジでガチになりそうな感じがあるんだよな。そうすると。
left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. And when I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I... Excuse me. Is there a bin?
座り。これか。
強制するものでもないし気分が乗ったら来てくだされ。
違う違う違う。女子にやろうって言われたら、やろうと思ってる。ここの間の動画俺何か見てるね、これ。どうしようかな。一回データベースチェッカーこれ白紙に戻してえな。
この後、青 T になったのか。
違う。この後は普通に青 T シャツになったのは別の時。ギターを弾いた日。あれ？フローレンス。
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence.
183、11時29分13秒、40、11時20、あ、これ書いてねえな。
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion. Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
あとはもう割り切って攻略サイト見ちゃうかだよね。そっか、その手があるか。攻略サイト見ちゃって順番に今再生していく。あ、そうする？自分で探す意味あるかな。
わらわら。
身も蓋もないけどね。そうすっか。ちょっとおしっこしてくるよ。 実はこの後ね、やろうと思ってるゲームが、シェンムーとかさ、あと、実写を使ったね、選択式のね、本当に映画見てるみたいなやつとか、レイトシフトか。とか、まあいろいろ、残ってんだよ。あと野球もやりてえしさ。見ちゃうか。
プロスピ？
いやいや、野球はね、パワープロ。もう25年ぐらいやってんの、パワープロ。なんだっけ。リアル25年じゃなくて。いいよ、もう見ちゃおうぜ。まあ、そうすれば実績も解除されるし。じゃあ順番に見ていくよ。
見てもいいよ。
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
こっからやな。
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H. It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street. Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things. A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle. Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. And border photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have. No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
とりあえずまだサイモンの人となりだよね。
He was wearing a shirt. It's a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, Like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
土曜
So,
土曜で2つあったな。
we had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either. It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
この辺りから見てないのが始まってくんだな。口論ブロンドらしいんだけどさ、嫌な検索だよなこれな。
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes. His married couple stuff. A stupid argument. Nothing specific.
これ見てないやつだね。
No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
いやー、演技すごいね。
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. A long time. We got married when I was 17.
ふーんって言っちゃった。
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
幼馴染の恋なんてヒットできないよ。
Suicide? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. He is not the kind of person to do anything like that. I mean, to hurt himself? No. No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem. Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back. not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
いやー、ストレスあったんじゃないの？
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
家に行っていいかって話か。財布。
He has a wallet, a huge, silly thing, leather.
キーワード難しいな。
He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket.
文章のどれかが入ってればいいから、
It's the discs.
多分この攻略サイトはそれの動画だけが出てくるような
He always takes it out of his back pocket
のを選んでるんだと思う。
when he comes in, if he's in the house.
だから本当なら違う言葉からね来るのかもしれないけど、まあいいよねもう。
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so.
俺もだってこれ違う、
some cash, but
これ多分エリックで来てるもん
数すごい
ね。
ね。
うん。動画自体は200いくつあるみたいだね。
Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you? Sure, I think. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you?
これ何の話したんだろうな。ちょっとよくわかんなかったけど。
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing. No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. Helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page. Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next? Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
1日目はこれで終わりだ。1日目はここまでか。いやー、こんなん全部探すの骨折れるな、これな。はい、では6月25日。花が来る方だね。
Could I have a cup of tea?
あざがあるね。
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
最近どうしてんだってことか。
Bruce? Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, hurt like hell. Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
急にダグとエレノアって話は出してんのか。両親って言ってほしかったけどな。
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane? Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there. Okay, I'll try my best to remember.
何を思い出すんだろうな。
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
そういえば口論って調べなかったかもね。口論とか結婚とか。
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that. Yes, that's my birthday. It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his
サイモンがいな
present.
くなった6月17日ね。
I guess I didn't like the present.
あれなんか抜けた。
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm quite a private person and I didn't want to get into the detail of the argument. It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present. It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror, a nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
ああ、それが元凶だったんだけどな。
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything. What about us?
おお、もう終わりか。これかな？
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaziers.
じゃあ花の家の伝統ってガラス屋でバイトすることだったんだ。
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything, though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till. No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth. I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room, and they decided we should get married. I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us. We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope. No, I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after. Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents. At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't. We couldn't afford our own place. Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there. I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
全部訳してほしいよね。プライマリースクールっつってたから、小学校の給食のおばちゃんってことだろう
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know. Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong. No. I mean, everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me. Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once put my hand on the oven.
やけどね。やけどどうしたとかって話出てきてないよね。
Okay. I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
これで2日目が終わりだね。じゃあ指紋と血を提供して終わったんだな。次。
No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one.
なんだ、飲み物をお願いしたのか
Oh, tastes fine to me. As long as it's black and strong, I'm good.
もう飲んじゃったんだな。
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
ああ、これあれか。サイモンの死体を発見したっていうことで通報した後だな。最初なんて言ってる
No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me one.
何お願いしたんだろうな。
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body. You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder.
これ一番最初に見たな。
What can I do to help?
It was after dinner.
I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed and I never had the heart to throw out. I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags.
本当にありとあらゆる単語で検索しなきゃダメだったみたい
Pulled
だ
them
な。
open, saw the body. I screamed and that's when I called the police.
いつか続編もやるか。テリングライズ。いくら ?2000 円か。セール来たら安くなりそうだな。ノート。
His body didn't look real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses. It doesn't always wear. No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen, you can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
彫りが深えな。鼻筋がすげえ通ってるよな、この人な。
I wasn't in the house. I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car. So I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep. I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I Is there a bin? Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant.
この時点ではタクシーにぶつけたことは言ってないんか。
そうだね。後から付け足したところでね、バレちゃうから、ただ言ってなかっただけなんかね。
No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I
本
told
当
you I
に
was
妊
pregnant.
娠してたんだね。
うん。イブの方か。
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
.これじゃねえな。こっちか。
It was late. Early Saturday morning.
口論した時の話だよな、多分な。
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road.
なんか順番が
I
変
was
じゃね
exhausted.
ちょっと待って。おー、いいのかな。いいみたいだな。なんかちょっと話飛んでるけどね。
I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the side of the road. I was exhausted. I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3. When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
いやー、容疑者っていう単語とかはちょっと出てこないよね。
Okay. So you want to eliminate me as a suspect? Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
うーん。
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window.
ああ。写真を見てなんか作り、なんか物語を作れとか言われたのかな。
She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out. It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind, but she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much? Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
なんか関係あんのかね。
Yes. Like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end. Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends. She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine.
なんだろう、全部がなんかあれだね、ストーリーに絡んできてる感じがするよな。ナイフとかさ。
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Did they catch her there? I don't know. Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
もう一度カード。
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
二人でね。誰のことだ？二人。
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
どれだろうな。ここかな。
Yeah,
これじゃねえ
that's Simon's watch.
な。これか。
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back. Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river, and then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There. Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
刑事2人いんのかな。これ今見たよね。
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
証人がいるのかとか言っても。
Asked the hospital.
どうした？急に病院？ああ、証人がいるのかって言われて朝だから人がいない。他にいねえのって言われて、じゃあ病院に連絡してくれって言ったのか。
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Chico. あれ、なんか抜けてるな。
That should eliminate me as a suspect.
あ、これ抜
If
け
I
て
was
る
in
ね。
Glasgow, can't be in two places at once.
あれ？
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
これか。
I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there.
向こう8時に出たって言ってなかったっけ？
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier. He doesn't have much money. I don't know. I don't know. God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense. I think when I drove back, it was about
だいたい8時ぐらいで。
8 or something. And I got back to the house about.
まあこの矛盾はどうなんだって話だけどね。
I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there. Yeah, I had to let myself in. The door locks if it swings too.
家のドアかな。
Yes. I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key. No, I don't think it was. I turned the key, but it was already unlocked.
自動でロックする。まあいいか。見よう。もう推理しなくていいんだもんな。
No, they were shut. Most of the windows are really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally.
ところどころ、
There's a cat
って
flap in
思
the
う
back
ところ
door.
あるけどね。
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino.
こっちじゃないな。こっちか。
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway.
これ見たか。
Stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. There's a cat flap in the back door. No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it. I think so. I mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder? When will the police let me back in the house? And they let me take a bag of clothes with me, but the mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
プレゼントの鏡のことだな。
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I don't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
3日目は終わりだね。奥さんっていうか、まあ、花だけど、この時は花だよね、まだね。花のアリバイの確認とか、あとなんだろうね、絵を見て話しろみたいな。あとは土曜日、そうだね。金土の行動確認だよな。あと、サイモン殺した人に心当たりねえかみたいな、そういうことなんだろうね、きっとね。はい、4日目。4日目は、4日目紅茶っぽいから、花だな。
A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just one sugar. Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So, fingerprints. No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the rock. In the bedroom. I hoover my dust every week.
ベッドルームって何だったんだろう。
I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week. But every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. You know, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
何も考えないでひたすら見ていくだけだからもうたくあん食う暇があってしょうがねえもんな。
A week or so ago, it would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
土曜日に掃除をした。 ああ、殺した日の翌日か。6月18日。あれ違うな。ああ、いいのか。
Yes, yeah. I would have cleaned them. I changed the sheets too, with the fingerprints in all those places.
これか？
Yes, yeah.
これの次か。
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible? That can't be right. In the bedroom. I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have 2 pillows and he just has 1. What kind of hairs? A wig? You mean? But what type of wig? No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig? Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there? Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg.
これ初めて
I couldn't
話す
see
よ
his
な。
shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. But he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. Eleanor? Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It's a special one-off. He made it and decorated it. That's his thing. Where did you find it? Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
自分の顔が嫌いな人間ね。
Look, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me. On his throat. How?
なるほど。
An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair. No, Simon wasn't seeing another woman. Good, happy. I mean, ups and downs like any couple, I guess, but we've been married for over 10 years. I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself. Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed. Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private? Are you married? How is your sex life? Well, there you go. How many kids? So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
なんでダブルピースしたんだろうな。
No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon. No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
あんな男たち。あんな男たちって誰？
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diana's a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel? Hurt someone? Yes. But everyone thinks that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out. Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid, and she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes. Yes, we'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship. A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off. Maybe a fresh cup of tea? What are you doing talking about Eve? Poor Simon. Just the one sugar. Thanks. Is that kind of recording? No. 1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful. They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. and no one had any reason to hurt them.
なんかちゃんと訳されてねえとこがあるな。
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
カップの周りがどうのこうのって言ってるみたいだけど、聞き取れねえよ。
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Konbanwa.
はい、こんばんは。
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or happy. Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications. I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name. It's all that matters, really, the baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
何のゲームですか？
なんか言ってることが変だな。ハーストーリーっていうゲーム。サイモンの子が他にいるって言ってるよね、これ。合併症で産めなくなったんだろう。
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother.
この前か。
She was a girl, by the way, the baby.
楽しいですか？
Yeah.
アホか、お前は。
I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
「ごめんなさい。
It's all that matters, really, the baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
私たちの子がいないもんな。
No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf. Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
これで終わりか。3日前に死んだから鑑識が入ったんだよな。指紋がいっぱい残ってるのと、ベッドルームに変なウィッグの毛が落ちてるっていう。あとは、サイモンが作った鏡が見つかったけど、なんだか知んねえけど、鏡の銀の成分が喉にくっついてるっていう。でまあ、ここでもう花が疑われてんだよな、きっとな。殺す理由がないか、まあ、なんやかんや聞いたいな。なんでイブの話が急に出てきたんだろうね。で、7月1日になるんだけど、その前に僕はおしっこがしたいです。さて、
black no sugar. Thanks.
ただいま。
終わり。
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The room was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in.
なんだお前、
Simon's
吉
coat
光か
wasn't on
よ。
the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower.
初見のアホがアホみたいな質問してきたなと思って怒っちゃったよ俺。
I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him.
そういえばこんな名前だったな、吉光な。
And then I decided to come and see you.
吉光にしといてほしい
怒っちゃ
わ。
ったか。
うるせえと思って。
吉光ドラゴンズファンか。
ああ、そんなこと言ってたな、そういえばな。
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
びっくりしたわ。びっくりしたわ。早めにこぼしてたんだ。
No, I'm okay. Fuck.
I'm okay って言いならファックって言ってんな。
あーってびっくり。
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake. About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
もう別人ですって自白してるようなもんだよな。
Do you have children? Cute. You must love them very much. What ages are they? Must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective. Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great
ダイアナとかでもグ
bridesmaid
グろうかと
helping
思
to
って
carry
た
it
ん
out
だよ
of the
な。
car. Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
たまに可愛い。
花の方は性生活について切り気味だけど、イブは割と明けっぴろげだな。これ見た？
Was he my... No. I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage
これ全部
sex.
実績解放目的？
We did it in a church
違う、
once.
単純に全部見たいっていうそれだけ。
Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realize who's
攻略サイト見て
really
順番に
important
ぶ
to
ち
you.
込んで順番に見てる。
Family. No, I was 15. Carl was older.
攻略サイトあるんやね。
うん。
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
2015年発売だからね。
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends, and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other
ち
people's
ょい前や
children.
ね。
Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books. I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that. It wasn't just sex like it had been with the other boys. Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday. Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously. Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can. Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
なんか思わせぶりやな。
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing? What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him. This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap? I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
ぼちぼちでいいよ、ぼちぼちで。
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water. Is that camera recording? If you put me on, you've been framed. I want the money.
今大学のレポートと仕事とモンハンしながらダクソさんしてる。
器用やな。
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder? Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something, that's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February. Well, I remember the ticket, of course. I paid it without telling Simon. Didn't want to get told off. And they put points on the license. Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that. You must be desperate for leads if you're getting hung up over 6-month-old speeding tickets. There was a conference, something to do with double glazing, in Oxford. Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar. And the hotel said he was there? Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic. It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead, it doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No? It's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
歌詞がもろだ。
お
歌詞がもろだな。おはよう。今、ハーストーリーのネタバレ会をやってるよ。
Really?
だ途中から見てもあれかもしれない。アーカイブか途中再生した方がいいかもしれない。
Made a body of the doctor. Oh, the wind and the rain. Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bones. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play interesting, maybe used as evidence against you. Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. They get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
What?タトゥーのことと、違う違う、まだ5日目が終わっただけだよ。タトゥーのことと、結婚生活、あとサイモンが浮気してねえかとか、あとこれ録画してるでも完全にバレたよな。タトゥーもそうだけど。
終わりって言ったからつい、すまぬ。
いや別に別にいいんだけども。あとあれか。前日に聞いたギターがお前のかっていうのも確認があったんだよな。7月2日。
お腹空いたからドーナツ食べていいかな。太るかな。
もう太ってるから大丈夫。
This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. They say you've been asking a lot of questions. About me. Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
Usual suspects って容疑者って意味か。
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital. Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead.
Head が同じ?
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital. Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question? Are you out of your mind? Twins? Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking do it. Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you. Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off. Open this door.
も 6日目が終わって7日目でこんなに動画あんのはい、じゃあ最後の
This is a nice of them. Is this where you take people when it's time to arrest them? Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer. Yes, no lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for? I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person. Yes, I'll take a lie detector test. I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work? Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I get it. Yes.
なんでしまったって言ったんだろうな。わあ、こんなん出てくるわけねえじゃん。
Yes.
あれ、イエスばっかりこれ見させられんのか。
Yes.
質問の内容が。
Yes. Yes.
質問の内容がわかんねえな。
No. 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 No.
どういう気持ちでゲームの開発者これ編集したんやろな。
I can take the stuff off now. Did I prove I'm innocent? Yes.
ここじゃね
My name is Hannah Smith. My name? That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
ハナ・スミスって言って光ったから閉まったって言ったのかな。
My mother called me Eve. Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real-life fairy tale. Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead, but I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper. Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up, take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion. Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me. Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements. Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books. Well, she wasn't my real. Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those
好きな本の
stories.
種類か。
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story was in there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know. No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week. When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street. I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place. She recognised me from the window. She told me to come inside and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there.
ネタバレ見ながら
No
やって
one
る
else
からね。
ever went into the attic. It was her place.
せっかくなら全部見たいじゃん。
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights. It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things, and we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them. If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our harness to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck frozen peas up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies were synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits. Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear and she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed. When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code, something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor. Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway. We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway. We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger. We were obsessed. There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things. When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them. Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
ああ、免許がなかったってそういう意味か。
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon. Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date, we went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had the one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another card on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time. Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different. No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers, drunk guys I'd met in clubs, in parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I had hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan. Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD. When I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I'd slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way he would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic. Yes, it was a cremation for the best. We both wore black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house. Hannah served up sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight. The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there. It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before. So I moved out, got a small bed sit, got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist. He saw me singing one of my shows, pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was, but he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream. No. No, he wasn't wearing his wedding ring. Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week, he offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic. Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
あれなんか順番間違ったな。
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing in the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week, he offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him. Romantic. Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But after the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing. I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was. I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life. Why not them? Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being. When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that. This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually we grew tired of fighting and I left.
完全ネタバレ放送中。
ウォッカオレンジ割りしてる。わら。
俺はストーリーに夢中で何も食べてない。
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon. Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead. She was sat behind him. She had my wig on. And she'd been there all day. And she had blood on her. And she was in shock. Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off. It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck. My sister is gone, and she's never coming back. My sister is gone, and she's never coming back.
肌もやっちゃったのかい?
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist? I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
なんかまだもやっとするんだけど。
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck. Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist? So I moved out. My sister is gone. And she's never coming back. I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
終わった。もやっとするわ。花死んだの？どういうこと？まあ終わりやな。もう2時だよ。なんかすっきりしねえな。はい。終わりだよ。明日なんか違うのやるよ。野球やるか？久しぶり。じゃあみんな寝てるみたいだからおやすみ。